Hi Leo Moons, thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Care at 144, very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the zodiac sign of Leo, unlimited to anyone who should find this message or should this message find you. For your reading, I will be doing a 6-card spread, and then I was also guided to do a moon card for you at the end of your reading using the Moonology Oracle cards here. I was in attempt to shuffle the deck, so it is pre-shuffled, but you did have some poppers that wanted to come through, a very clear message. And we have these two came out together. This came out like this, and then I just went ahead to see what was underneath it. Normally I don't see what's under, but given that it was just this one, I went ahead and decided to look. And this came out with these cards, but it came out separate, just as you see it here. So the message that I got was that a lot of you have gone through a transformation and you're moving forward to more happiness and to more sunshine. The sunshine in the death card being in this area right here, in between two towers here. So possibly some of you going through some very painful experiences that were very transformative for you, but has helped you to move on. That being the energy of the death card and it being related to Scorpio. This is also speaking to the end of situations for you and you putting an end to situations that have not been serving you, but have been transformative for you. So in a way serving you, but as far as living through it on a day-to-day basis, you're done with it, and that being a part of this here. So I do see an extension of an Ace of Cups that is being offered where you're moving more towards that sunlight energy and the happiness and the joy and the peace that comes with this Ace of Cups here. This is more water energy. So you're moving into the arenas of love. Aces having nothing to do with the past, it being all about new, brand new beginnings. And that huge, wonderful divine hand coming through. I just totally got this being connected to divine. This W here, getting this as a win. A win in the emotional department, doing the work that was necessary for you to be able to move forward and move on into much more happier times and greater successes. So with this King of Wands, I just got that, there's someone from your past who's watching you. And the separation here, they're not even a part of what it is that you have going on here, but they are watching and they are seeing. I do feel that there's some regrets, that there's some missing energy, some wishing energy. But overall, just with all that combined, just wishing that they may not, they wish that they may not have, they wish that they wouldn't have done whatever it is that they did in order for them to be in this separation from this new start and this new beginning of happiness that you have here, where you are being given love. The death energy also too with that transformation, I do feel it's about a lot of you allowing yourself to receive love here. Now, I was also getting that this could be about a past relationship. This could be a past boss. This could be someone that you were dealing with who was in a head position. This could be a lot of people in different areas of your life that you dealt with in the past that have all been transformative for you to come into this situation, to help you to better yourself and to move away, to know what it is that you want and move away from what you don't want. But someone seeing the success of you, regretting and wishing that they wouldn't have done what they had done to, again, create a separation here, where they're on the outside looking in. Wands energy is your energy, but I do feel that's a part of the transformative energy. I was getting, someone wanting to meet fire with fire and you just being completely over that and moving more into the arenas of love. So congratulations to all of you that resonates for. And do send love to whoever that King of Wands is. I do feel that your actions and you taking charge of your own life is going to create some kind of change with them already being in reflection mode. Whether they decide to take on that change or not is totally up to them, but it does leave an opportunity for that to take place. Leo moons. I was also getting to that a lot of those connections with, different King of Wand energies were all related to more of a reactive energy that's more on a passionate note about how one is feeling and being more caught up in their ego and self and selfishness. And so you moving towards what does represent not being selfish and exemplifying what it means to put yourself in a position to receive genuine love and care and kindness. I was also getting to some of you may be in that energy of also giving, being, in a very big heart space and being in the act of, making actions and giving love and expressing love towards those that you know are willing to and wanting to make the change from within themselves had they done you wrong. So do take what resonates. All right, Leo Moons, your first card. And I'm not doing reversals. We have the Hierophant. So beginning on the basis and foundation of loyalty and a new contract. But I do feel a lot of you are being seen as this beautiful Hierophant energy. One who stands for commitment, who is very ordained and has done a lot of work to gain this great spirituality that is being felt here. One who is fair and balanced, very loyal, kind-hearted, having the keys, and being able to be in a position to bless others and to help others to gain greater knowledge and wisdom. This is a part of that transformative energy connected to the Death card with this 5 here, and that 5 representing transformation. And then on the upside, there's just greater abilities here, but 5's also representing adventure. So this being something I feel that in the past you may not have seen this as something that you were interested in, but bit by bit, I feel that you were answering the call through your experiences and just continuing to level up, realizing the abundance and the blessing that comes with this, but you really enjoying how it is that you feel, and then also enjoying the results of what it is that comes for you and comes towards you, walking the path of integrity here. There's a strong Taurus energy here too, so that abundance coming through connected to that as well. Representing justice is also what I'm hearing. Your second card. We have the Queen of Cups. And so this energy, this is that kind, warm-hearted, nurturing, loving, intuitive, beautiful bae. That's a part of Empress energy here. But I do see a couple of things. The first thing that I was getting, is that, this is a part of the death process here too, and putting behind and leaving what no longer serves you here. I'm not seeing this as being one who is receiving something. I do see there being an extension and leaving this behind. having masculine and feminine energy here and being very balanced. This being the loving nature connected to this Hierophant. So this being both your energies here is what I'm getting here. But being in a state of gratitude and having grace to leave behind what no longer serves. A lot of you may enjoy the water, being seaside. With that intuitiveness, I do feel this is a part of some ritual here where there's a great connect when it comes to the water and how that can be healing and cleansing for you. Queen energy is also one who is very established, very accomplished, has done a lot to gain those capes of accomplishment here and that crown. But staying in a very loving, nurturing, warm, kind-hearted state. This is also one of the most beautiful queens of all four queens. Well, all four queens create that Empress energy. And just having a lot of angel presence surrounding you here. But definitely putting something behind you and doing it in a very graceful manner here. Being very balanced all the while here. Masculine and feminine energy here. So I feel this is the heart chakra energy that lives from within you here as this Hierophant. Caribbean Queen is playing here too. That's pretty dope. Right by the ocean. All right, and I feel too, I'm getting an energy of loving the sun. Really enjoying the sunlight. And being happy to release this and finally let something go. Your third card, and this is also Taurus energy. So we have strong Taurus energy here in your reading here. Very Venusian energy. I'm just getting that being connected to Empress energy. You could be male or female. We have the King of Pentacles. So all of this abundance, it's just being even more greater abundance here. This is more Taurus energy here too with the Pentacles, but also Capricorn and Virgo. But you being very wealthy. Being very wealthy, I do feel for a lot of you too that this may be, you know, as you're putting something behind you here and the energy of facing in this transformative energy towards the west. If there's, you know, going to be that movement forward, which was coming through with the Death card. So that being confirmed there, you moving towards a King of Pentacles here. Who is also they also have the energy of being a kind giver, one who can be very warm, but awesomely wealthy is what I'm hearing here. And this having to do with this contract energy overall that lives from within you and what you represent, knowing your worth and your values, staying in a very warm heart space, and, you know, having that healing, greater intuitiveness to know how to do what's best for you, leaving behind what does not serve. And so in creating space by removing any kind of toxicities, you're allowing more space for even greater abundance here. And that just being a part of that Taurus energy that I'm getting. And that just not being connected to wealth, but also to comfort, beauty, surroundings, and luxuries. Someone I do feel that you can very much connect to. This person is also very grounded. So I feel that, you know, all the energy that you embody, you're going to be meeting this on the outer here and surrounding yourself with nothing but that Venusian energy. But most definitely with all of your energy here, I do feel that this is also the state of who it is that you are. Otherwise, you would not be meeting with this on the outside. It's the as within, so is without, as above, so is below. And speaking to the contract energy from within yourself, where we do have this feminine energy here and then more masculine energy here. This being on both sides of you, where I do get that two-pillar energy with this overall being about contract energy, and then masculine and feminine, what you completely embody to create this whole energy here. Hierophant energy is also counterpart to the High Priestess, and we do have that energy here with this Queen of Cups. But the King of Pentacles, before I move on, is also one who has established great wealth, very fruitful, and they know how to invest and continue on the increase of that wealth. Your fourth card, we have the Chariot. So with this, I'm just getting this being about success here. Success with you overcoming obstacles, taking charge of your own life, having that true balance from within, and the Sphinx energy representing that, as we see that here right in front of the Chariot. The balance also coming through connected to those Sphinxes, but then this being a card of 7, connected to the energy of Libra, and that's more Venusian energy that I was getting here with this entire reading that we have so far. Venus being the ruler of both Libra and Taurus. But 7's also being about balance and having that wholeness from within. On a galactic scale, it's midpoint between 0 and 13. Very strong energy that speaks to how it is that you really truly have to overcome to create that wholeness from within yourself, and having that strong balance to know how to manifest, but also be on a greater plane here when it comes to that Hierophant energy, bringing in what it is that you wish to see for yourself, but also being very calm and patient. As a part of this Chariot energy, you know, we see this Chariot energy being front facing here. So being very confident, very assured, and having the knowing that they're on the right path. The Chariot energy is about taking that time to sit and contemplate and assess before making one's move. And so I feel that, you know, this is about your foundational energy here. You building on a foundation of integrity, embracing and embodying and leveling yourself up into this beautiful Queen of Cups and this King of Pentacles here. And now that you've established this foundation, you're in this level here of, you know, that assessment and contemplation, taking in your surroundings and being in a state of gratitude, but also paying very close attention so that you know what it is that you really truly want, listening to yourself to make the best move as you move forward. This is in the 4th house placement of Cancer energy. So I'm also getting that being connected to the home, and that having to do with security, protection, provision, and unconditional love. Your 5th card, staying strong. We have the Strength card. This being your energy here. And I feel that this is just about you, pulling out even more of what it is that you know to be from within yourself here. And that stabilization, being calm and being patient. So if there is any outside energies, and that Leo energy, I am getting that very strongly being connected to that King of Wands energy that came out at the beginning of your reading as a popper. And what it is that you have put to the past. Seeing this energy here, facing in the direction with this lion here, closing the mouth of the beast here. And that fire energy wanting, again, it's about that, I'm just getting fire wanting to meet fire. And you just not being interested. You leveled yourself up. Sure, you have that beautiful fire from within you all day long, but you're utilizing that fire in a way where you're putting that fire to more of the tools that you've gained. And that possibly being connected to that Venusian energy that has to do with both Libra and Taurus. And that being about the overall abundance, and that abundance coming from the gifts that you have gained, doing the hard work that it took to receive those gifts and blessings from divine. So allowing yourself to receive love, but then also compassionate and giving love to a situation. And this also being about that release and letting go of what does not serve you, but giving compassion and love to what does not serve you rather than meeting it with fire. Putting the fire to your tools to utilize those tools in the best way. And the as above, so is below energy being right here with the infinity symbol, and that also representing that 8 energy there too. The 8 energy also being connected to the 8th house energy of Scorpio. And that Scorpio energy was connected to the Death card. So possibly with that King of Wands and, the amount of fire that was coming through, that King of Wands energy in more ways than one. Take what resonates, but I do get, that was about you meeting along your journey, meeting with these energies that have that Leo energy, using a lot of that fire, but also having Scorpio in their chart. And that being the obstacle or the challenge that you have overcome here as that Chariot energy there, and having success in that. I think it's beautiful too that we have that matching energy of the feminine energy here with this energy here. Speaking to the balance from within yourself, and again, it being a part of this Chariot energy, overall this whole reading, but you knowing how to use the tools that you have when necessary, and just saying kindly, no thank you, but being very strong and pulling out that strength when it's necessary to do what it is that is best for you. This is a card of Leo here overall. But again, we do have that 8th house energy with Scorpio. And then Magician energy here too with that infinity symbol above the crown. And that being about creating that space there too, but also seeing the light. Very strong sunlight here too, but also in these cards here as well. They're in all of the cards, but the way that it radiates is very strong here in both of these cards here, where I feel it's about gaining greater clarity so that you can put that final end to what does not serve you. And that being in both of these cards here, where they're both aligned, and I'm getting that strong connect again to that Death card, and you really putting something to an end and allowing yourself to receive more love. Receive the love that you give too. I'm going to move that over just a little bit here, and we'll do your last card. We have the 5 of Pentacles. So with this, I do feel that, because you have released certain energies here, now we have this energy of a particular energy feeling left out in the cold. And that being a part of that separation of that King of Wands energy from the Ace of Cups and the Death card. And I do feel that this is about karma, with the amount of energy that came through as above, so as below, and then the infinity symbols here. So with you staying in your power and doing what's best for you, you're just returning, what it is that you may have been feeling. This being your energy here too with that 5 energy. You starting off with that strong 5 energy. This is also Leo energy here too. I should mention that, your energy with the 5th house placement. And so because you have started off so strongly with your foundation and done what's best for you, that return of what it is I felt that you may have dealt with in the past, to help yourself to get to this point here, this beautiful point here, it's just now being returned to its sender here. With the 5 of Pentacles. Pentacles is, again, Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And I'm getting Virgo energy here too, seeing the 5 as a V here. And that being about having the receipts, paying attention to the details. I did mention that earlier here with this Chariot energy, where I'm seeing that 5 here being connected to the 2 here of the High Priestess energy, aligned with the counterpart energy of the Hierophant. But also protecting oneself and building on that, having that start of a foundation, you just knowing how to serve yourself best now. Having this foundation of this Hierophant, protecting yourself as this High Priestess to go within and be intuitive and to know what's best for you, assessing and doing what's best, pulling that strength to continue to power through and have even greater success, to do what's right, leaving behind what's no longer serving, to create space for what does. And so this just being that energy of anyone who, was a part of that King of Wands that treated you unfairly, was more in that egotistical manner and behavior, and having no interest in serving you best or seeing you happy because it was all about them. Now they're feeling this energy here of this Five of Pentacles and being left out in the cold because they're not able to feed off of your energy anymore and receive the love that you've been giving so willingly, but you realizing that you may not have been giving that back, and that being a part of this here too. You flipping the script, turning the tables, and now we have this here. I'm going to see what the next card is. Yeah. Four of Pentacles, and notice it just goes from that 5 to that 4. It's a depletion. And this just being who it is that you have left behind. So it's possible, too, that with that King of Wands and this coming underneath that King of Pentacles, you dealing and seeing the back turn with this Queen of Cups in a whole different story here connected to that King of Wands, Emperor energy. This is the Emperor energy here, too, with the card of 4 and the Emperor being a card of 4 as well. You dealing with someone who had left you out in the cold or made you to feel like you weren't important and that you weren't being valued, that they were withholding, they were not sharing, and they were being stingy. And this just being about what was going on from within this person here. This both comes together to create a 9 energy. That 9 energy helped you to gain greater spirituality here as this Hierophant. Let's see what we have on the bottom. Knight of Swords. And I'm just getting this being about the amount of message that's coming through connected to this person as they're feeling left out in the cold and seeing you move on and do what's best for you. Not wanting it to be over, but it is over. And it's made very clear here in your reading as well. I do feel, too, that with that Knight of Swords, you're also delivering the truth of your situation and not hesitating to do so. That being connected to the Chariot energy, where the Knight energy, all 4 Knights come together to create the Chariot energy for you. And that's more of an aggressive energy, where I feel that speaks to the imbalance of what it is that you dealt with and how strong it is that you are in taming that beast to do what's best for you and release and allow yourself that Ace of Cups that's coming through as you have that new beginning of emotional fulfillment. And also possibly why we have the guidance here provided for you to do a moon card as some more supportive assistance to help you to continue to power forward and move through, because you do have an energy that is just kind of lurking and, you know, pretty salty is what I'm getting about having to see the truth for themselves. And, you know, just by you taking a stand for yourself and doing what's best for you. This is also 7 of Wands energy here, too, that I'm getting connected to that 7. Dealing with the 7 of Swords, you really putting an end to what does not serve. And someone just not content with that because they're not able to thrive off of what it is that you are supplying because you put an end to it. And that possibly, too, being the reason why that Death card wanted to come through behind that Ace of Cups. Just to confirm what's really coming through for your reading, because we do have this energy here that is at the finale. So let's go ahead and we'll do your moon card for Leo moons. You had one card flip that's on the out here, and it did land on that Knight of Swords. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer, that strong Cancerian energy being right here, you overcoming. So that being the reason here too that this moon card, Spirit wanted this moon card to come through for you as confirmation. So that also with that 7, there's 7 of Cups energy where this person is very imbalanced and unstable. It may have had you in a state of confusion as to whether or not you were doing the right thing. You're on the right path and you are doing the right thing. So keep doing what it is that you're doing and allowing yourself to create even more space for what it is that you know that you rightfully deserve for yourself, that feels good and will continue to help you to grow. This is beautiful. I love this card, and I love that it came out here for you too. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the reading, and then this will be the completion to your beautiful reading. See, I won't cast no shadows here. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Let's see if I move over here. Things are likely to get very heated, as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people. You're on the right path there. Sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals or your dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also heralds the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is now coming to an end. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to a head and that it's a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. Attune to the moon with the guidance that it may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner. Additional meanings for this card: meditate to soothe heightened emotions. Don't be clingy. Stop sulking. Have you had enough family time lately? The teaching: the heightened emotions of the Moon-Cancer combination cannot be ignored. However, Cancer is one of the Moon's 2 home signs, along with Taurus. So astrologically speaking, the Moon loves to be in this sign. In fact, she rules Cancer. This means that with this card, there's a sense that all is as it should be, or don't worry, all will soon be well. I love you so much, Leo Moons, and for those that this resonates for, I really, really wish you all the best. And again, I'm so very happy that this message came out for you. I'm getting chills as I speak here. But this is a beautiful reading for you, just to let you know and confirm for you that what you're doing is most assuredly the best thing for you. So continue to do so. Enjoy your holiday season for those of you who are celebrating. This was your reading. I thank you all so much for your continued love and support. I do hope that these messages were enjoyable, helpful, enlightening, enriching, and empowering for you. Welcome to all new subscribers, and until we meet again, I wish you all the very best. Take great care. I love you. Peace.